Cannot go up the gut of a down screen. You've got to chase, okay? This player's got to get attached and show, but you cannot go up the gut like this, okay? Look how this player goes up the gut. See? Up the gut, so it's an open, just dribble, open jumper for Adebayo. Yeah, I mean, I'm switching this ball screen right here for sure, okay? This player's up, this player's underneath, okay? Joel Embiid can get out here, and look what I can do. I can make sure I can guide this player this way, right into Joel Embiid, who should be somewhere out here. There's no place for him to go. All right, you can just stunt right here. There's a second defender. Easy recovery out here because you don't have to move your feet inward. Instead, you're going to hedge a ball screen with no backside help, which is never a solution to anything, and you give up a wide open three. See, again, you're in drop coverage and you're giving this guard the lane, and now the guard defending it is just in a horrible spot. So this player's already inside the lane and an easy jumper. So, I mean, again, like, let's hedge this, okay? Again, we can hedge up, under, okay? Now this player here can slide in. He can be his left foot can be on the block, right foot out, wide stance, and I'm just guiding this player into this gap this second defender right here. So now I can stunt. I don't have to move inward. That's the whole key, and recover. But I ain't running drop coverage where I'm just giving this guard the lane. Look at this. I mean, you're not even guarding him until he's almost in the charge circle. I mean, again, I'm switching this. Stop. Get underneath Adebayo. Get up. Okay, look at what I can do. This player can get up the line even, but I'm just going to guide him into this player right here. Stunt, recover. Instead, you're in drop coverage, so that forces a double team, and now this player is able to get it, go right to the rim, and two-shot foul. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm switching this ball screen. I ain't running drop coverage ever, okay? This player's underneath. Joel Embiid is up. Okay, this player can get up the line here with his back to the baseline, but his man's all the way out here. Cool. All right, so Joel Embiid is up right here, okay, and he's just guiding this player into this gap defender who's up the line anyways, okay, right here. Okay, so I can stunt. I don't have to move inward. That's the whole key. Stunt, recover. All right, but instead you're in drop coverage, and look, this guard is way behind the play, so now look, now his man's just going to get open in the corner for a catch-and-shoot three. Again, you just cannot be giving up wide-open jumpers. Look at this. You're just giving up a wide-open jumper. Please switch this ball screen. Underneath, up. Look what I can do when Jimmy Butler comes off the screen. I'm just sending him right into this area right here where there's a ton of traffic. All right? But I got to get up. I cannot just be giving up open jumpers. Please make it stop. Again, don't run drop coverage. Stop. If you're underneath this screener right here and you're up, I get to guide this player right here into gap help. There's no place to go. None. Not at all. But instead, you're like in drop coverage, but you end up switching, but then you're going to get beat baseline, and it eventually leads to an easy two-shot foul. Again with the dumb drop coverage. Look at this. 2-on-1. Adebayo gets it right into the lane for two. So let's switch this again. All right, this player's underneath. Okay, Embiid's up. You're guiding this player right into this gap help right here if you're Embiid. But nope, you're going to give up 2-on-1s, and it predictably ends in an easy layup. Okay, I know they're in stupid drop coverage, but you cannot be losing sight of your man. Stop. Look at this. You cannot be ball watching. You got to be seeing your man and the ball at all times, never taking your eye off for either for more than a second. You're going to be ball watching. Your man's going to beat you backdoor. That's going to force James Harden to have to show, and it's going to lead to an open catch-and-shoot three in the corner. More stupid drop coverage. You just put this guard in such a terrible spot. He's got to come from over the top, so he's going to end up being a three-shot foul. Look at if I hedge. Switch. Underneath, up. Then I'm just sending this player this way. There's no place to go. I got traffic everywhere over here. So switch. Get him beat up and just force him into where that gap help is. But instead, you're going to run drop coverage, and it's right to the line for three shots. See, just switch this immediately. You're in drop coverage in the start, and then you end up switching. See, look at how this player is going to end up switching. Okay? So if if I'm switching right now, this player's over here, this player's immediately underneath here. Okay? I'm just sending this player right here, right into gap help. Gap help. Everywhere. There's traffic all over the place. Okay? But instead, you're going to have a late switch here. So now look, now this player gets in prime offensive rebounding position because of this late switch, and it's a putback and 2-shot foul. James Harden here, you can't gamble. Okay, steal. Just sprint, 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 sprint back. That'll get you underneath the ball. This gamble here, right there, guarantees you'll never get underneath the ball, and it's a layup. Okay, I don't know what this ball screen defense is. You have no backside help, so this player's obviously going to be wide open for a dunk. Okay, so again, let's just switch. Please stop. Let's switch. All right, right here, this player's up, this player's under. Okay, I'm cutting this dribble off and sending him this way. I got a gap defender right here. He can even take a step in. Okay, and there's no place to go. None. And if this player actually gets underneath and battles for real estate, initiates contact and stays up the line, I'll have a second gap defender here. But instead, you're running a ball screen defense like this with no backside help, and it's just suicide. Okay, so it looks like the 76ers are in a zone. This cannot happen in a zone, okay? You cannot be guarding nobody in a zone, okay? If I'm Joel Embiid, I'm over here, all right? I got to guard someone. I got to push this player here. I'm guarding here. But look what happens. You're guarding nobody. So now look. Now there's going to be no one to take out. See, look at right here. There's nobody to take this player right here on this cut. So now it's going to lead to an easy offensive rebound and put back. Can't run drop coverage. How many times are you going to get burned by this? I mean, seriously, this is a joke, okay? Just switch, okay? Stop. This player's underneath. Joel Embiid's up. I'm just guiding this. This player needs to move in a little bit, and I'm just guiding this player this way. Stunt, don't have to move inward, recover. But instead, you're in drop coverage, and you're just going to give up a wide open layup. Nice. You can't go under this screen. This is ridiculous. You're just going to give Victor Oladipo a wide open jumper. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's switch this screen. We can always switch ball screens. Get underneath. Joel Embiid has the option to send Oladipo here into gap help or here into gap help. Okay, this player can drop down, get his back to the baseline. But he doesn't need to drop down. His back needs to be to the baseline. Okay, and then we're just sending him here. Stunt, recover. But instead, you're going to try and go under, which makes no sense because you're just giving up a wide open jumper. All right, so again, you're running drop coverage. This is ridiculous. Get underneath this player here. Joel Embiid's up, and you're just sending him right into this traffic right here. There's no place to go, okay? But instead, you're going to run drop coverage, get beat baseline, forcing everyone to collapse, and it leads to an easy little shot at the rim. You're Joel Embiid. You cannot be walking back like this. Look at this. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Look at this walking back. Just walking. Okay, if you had sprinted back or even jogged back, you're right here. And now when this player comes this way, there's no place to go. But nope, you're out here because you walked back. Now this player has a driving lane he should never have, and it leads to an easy offensive rebound. Can't fall asleep on your man here, okay? As soon as he comes this way, you got to mirror him, okay? Look at this. All it takes is, look at this. This player's here. You're here. You're behind. That's all it takes for this player to cut right to the rim for a layup. This is god-awful defense by Tobias Harris, okay? Who's he guarding? You're guarding nobody, okay? Get out of here. There's nothing for you. Get to a body, okay? You're either taking this player or you're telling this player to take this player. But when you guard nobody, that screws up box-out assignments. So now there's nobody to box out this player coming in from behind, and it's an easy putback. You're Joel Embiid and you're hedging the screen. You cannot let him turn the corner. You got to beat him to this spot. This player's got to make sure he can't split through. But if you hedge a screen and you let this player turn the corner, you're screwed. And Joel Embiid's going to let him turn the corner, and now it's just a matter of who scores for the Heat. Half the show off a down screen. Stop. Joel Embiid's got to get attached to his man and get his arms out. So this player has to go out, and this chase can happen. When you don't show, this player's able to curl right into a wide open three. All right, again, you're going to run drop coverage, and just how easy does this need to get? I mean, it's a straight line drive to the rim. Okay, so switch this ball screen up, under, battle for real estate, initiate contact, stay somewhat up the line, and then look, now I can get over and send this player this way. I'll either have gap help right here or gap help right here, okay? But instead, You're going to run this stupid drop coverage, and it's just straight to the rim for a layup. Not lean towards the screen. This player is going to fake like he's going to set a screen and slip it. Let's take a look. You're going to start feeling. Look at how you're feeling out a screen that never even gets set. So now it's just a blow by into the lane for a layup. All right, strong side ISO. These are the easiest to double team. Stop. James Harden cannot sag on Jimmy Butler. This player's got to come over here. Okay, this player's wide and up the line. Okay, so on a drive and kick, you're up here. Okay, so this player's up here. This player then just rotates to the corner. This player rotates here, and the man that went to double just falls over here. That all happens in unison on this first drive and kick, on the first kick out pass. All those rotations, they happen in unison on that first kick-out pass. But instead, you're going to sag off Jimmy Butler, then also foul him, and it's an and one. You have to switch underneath. Here we go. Stop. You're switching underneath the screener, okay? When you switch over the top like this, look, this happens. Wide open, layup. Here's your stupid drop coverage. So you give up a 2-on-1. So what do you think's going to happen? It's just right to the rim for Bam Adebayo and 2. So again, let's switch, see what happens here. I'm underneath Bam Adebayo, jamming for real estate. Joel Embiid's up here when this player comes off this ball screen, and we're just sending him this way. This player can even move in a step, okay? But he doesn't have to move inward. So I can just stunt without moving, easy recovery. But instead, you're in stupid drop coverage. You create 2-on-1s for no reason, and it's an easy layup. If you're James Harden, you can't fall asleep. Stop. I need to be seeing ball and man. If my man is cutting through, I have to cut through with him, obviously. But James Harden's going to fall asleep on his man. Backdoor cut, right to the rim, draw help, layup. Terrible transition defense. Off this deflection, stop. If you're James Harden, you got to start going. Okay, now. If Philadelphia comes up with this ball, you can get back into the play, and we can run half-court offense. But you've got to start sprinting now, because if the Heat come up with this ball, we're screwed. James Harden's going to stand. Those Heat players are going to be off to the races, so it leads to a dunk. Again, stupid drop coverage. So, look, you're just going to give this guard the lane, and how easy does this need to be? Two-shot foul. So, again, if I'm Embiid, I'm switching this ball screen underneath, up. Okay, and now I'm just guiding this player right here. There's no place for him to go. None. James Harden can even move in a step, and as his player comes down here, you're staying down here, but there's still no place to go. There's a second defender here. But nope, you're going to run drop coverage, just hand this guard the lane, two-shot foul. Look at this. Again, stupid drop coverage. You just give Jimmy Butler a wide open little floater. Unbelievable. Okay? Switch this ball screen. Look at all the traffic if I switch this ball screen this way. This player needs to get underneath, jam for real estate. This player's up the line and just sending this player this way. Gap defender, gap defender. There's nothing but traffic, so send him that way. But instead, you're just going to give up an open floater for Jimmy Butler. I mean, I could have scored that. And if you're Joel Embiid here, you got to step up and take the ball, okay? Right now. And if you're James Harden, let's back it up. You cannot jog. You've got to be sprinting back, okay? Because look what can happen now. Joel Embiid can step up. If you sprint back, you're here. And now all I have to do, I have two places I can send him. Here or here. There's no place to go. These players aren't guarding anyone. Their guys are beyond half court. But instead, you're just going to allow this little shot to happen, and it's an and one. Wow. Joel Embiid, you cannot jog back, okay? Look at this. This is totally unacceptable. We got 3 Heat players here. How is it that you're just jogging back, okay? Right here, you've got to be sprinting, okay? You're going to jog back with all these Heat players here, and yeah, it's going to lead to a 2-shot foul. All right, if you're James Harden, this can't happen. Stop. You're guarding P.J. Tucker. Right now, you've got to be into his jersey, battling him, pushing him out. So when this shot goes up, it's an easy box out. Okay, but look at James Harden. He's not getting into P.J. Tucker's jersey at all. So now look where P.J. Tucker is in the charge circle, and it's just going to lead to an easy putback for 2. Pathetic defense by Joel Embiid. Stop. Okay, right now, this player's coming in this way. You've got to immediately get into this player's jersey. Get him out of here. Use your butt. Initiate contact. okay? Joel Embiid is going to do absolutely nothing. So look where his man is. Now he's in the charge circle. Now it's an easy offensive rebound and put back for 2. Please, for the love of God, stop running drop coverage. You're just going to give Jimmy Butler an open shot right at the rim. Are you kidding me? Look at if you hedge this, okay? I'm underneath. Joel Embiid is up, okay? But when Jimmy Butler comes off the screen, I'm sending him right here. This player can even move a step in if he wants, okay? Because he doesn't have to move. Stunt without moving inward, recover. But Embiid sending him into the second defender, okay? Gliding with Jimmy Butler, giving him no space because he knows he's not on an island because there's a second defender waiting. But nope, you're going to run drop coverage. I mean, how easy do you want to make this for Jimmy Butler is the question. All right, we got a strong side ISO. The double team does not, look at the double team comes from right here, okay? This player's up the line here. This player's over here onto this secondary option, okay? And this player that doubles bumps this player into the corner. You can't double from right here, okay? Because what's that going to do? It's going to totally screw up the box out assignments. And look, now look at this. The Heat are clearly coming up with this offensive rebound right now, and it's just going to be an easy put back for Miami. Okay, this is a terrible turnover in transition, sure, but you cannot be this can't happen, okay? You just need to sprint back, sprint back, sprint back. James Harden, sprint, 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 okay? You can figure out what happened on a dead ball, but nobody is moving at all, so yeah, it's going to be an easy layup. More of your idiot drop coverage. You're just going to give Jimmy Butler an open jumper. That's just terrible. Okay, so right here, again, underneath, switch. There's no place for this player to go this way. None. Even James Harden can take a step in, as long as he doesn't have to move inward. Stunt, don't have to move inward, recover. So Joel Embiid is up, sending this player into the second defender. But instead, you're again in drop coverage, and yet again it burns you. So you trap this ball screen. Number one, you cannot let this player turn the corner on a trap. Okay, that's number one. Number two, your back line's got to be ready. This player's got to step up here. Okay, this player can kind of guard here. This player can be responsible for these players 2 passes away. But you let this player turn the corner. Your back line is nowhere ready to guard 1 pass away. I mean, again, this player should be sinking down. This player should be over. We're not worried about this player 2 passes away, and it's disaster. I don't know what this is, all right? Look, you're guarding the ball one-on-one. That's wonderful. If you get screened, you get screened, or ball screen defense will execute. Look at this. This player's feeling out a screen that hasn't even been set yet. So now his man's going to blow right by him, get into the lane, draw help, wide open corner 3. On James Harden here. Once this ball gets popped in the air, stop. Okay, if you're James Harden, you got to be sprinting, sprinting, sprinting now. If the Sixers somehow come up with this ball, which isn't going to happen, because look, you can get back into the play offensively, but you've got to go now. Because if the Heat come up with this ball, which is basically a guarantee at this point, okay, and you're not sprinting back, we're screwed. Look at James Harden. He's going to wait, and there you go. Again, strong side ISO with James Harden. You've got to double this. Again, this is very easy. This player comes over here. You send him into this double team. This player's over here, up the line, and ready to rotate. Joel Embiid is up here, rotating up. This player rotates here, and the man that doubles rotates there. All happening in unison on the first kickout pass. But instead, you're not going to send any double team. James Harden's going to severely sag, and it's a wide open 3. If you're going to get beat, you cannot get beat towards the middle of the floor. There's way too much space. Angle your man this way, okay? Force him this way, right where there's traffic, okay? There's no place to go now if I'm just forcing him this way. This player needs to take a step in easily, okay? A step in. So again, now if this player comes this way, he's just being met with a second defender. Stunt, I don't have to move, recover. And you're defending like this, knowing that all you're doing is making sure this player here gets taken into a second defender. But instead, you're going to get beat to the middle of the floor. That forces help at the rim, and it's just going to lead to an easy layup. This is a horrible trap. You know, whenever you trap, you got to deny 1 pass away. What is this player doing right now? You've got to get up. This pass is way too easy to make. Deny 1 pass away here. okay? And then this player's got these players 2 passes away. But look at this. I mean, how easy is that to pass out of? So it's a wide open 3. Okay, if you're doubling here, that's totally fine, but you actually have to double. Stop. Right now, I'm underneath. There's no place for Jimmy Butler to go. This player's kind of cheating up the line, so when this drive and kick happens here, you're here. Joel Embiid rotates here. You're immediately down here. But this double team is way too late. You can't let him split through a double like that.